Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and today we're going to be going over a news article we're going to be talking about. This is a pretty interesting news article. It caught my attention. It's called 1 in 5 Gen Zers haven't had a single conversation with somebody over 50 in their workplace in the last year, LinkedIn research says, by Orina Rosla Royal. It's a Fortune article. It's been news aggregated by Newsbreak. I go over a lot of Newsbreak articles, so let's get right into this shit. Despite being the most vocal generation yet, LinkedIn data shows that Gen Z confidence doesn't extend to talking to with baby boomers and their team. Young workers today aren't afraid to broadcast their salary or to tell their boss what they think of them, yet plucking up the courage to talk to their senior coworkers is a whole other matter. Despite being more vocal generation, yet now research from LinkedIn suggests that Gen Z's confidence doesn't extend to talking to baby boomers, Gen X coworkers on their team. I want to stop right there because I work. I work in in a really intensive industry, and so I feel like I don't really have the option to not talk to baby boomers or Gen Xers, but I know what it's like when you don't want to talk to a baby boomer or a Gen Xer. I actually have a couple of friends from Gen X and the baby boom generation, but the one thing I've noticed about Gen Xers and baby boomers is they can't handle the kind of conversation that's commonly used by millennials and Gen Zers, because sometimes like maybe a Gen Z or a millennial might make a very like self-deprecating joke, or they might make inappropriate jokes, or they might make inappropriate comments that are either not proper or not or inappropriate, or sometimes we say things that are kind of like internet generation kind of stuff, like maybe we only know what we're talking about because of this whole experience we're viewing right now, this internet thing. And so like Gen X and like millennial and like baby boomers, even some of my friends are just easily annoyed. Like, I mean, you could be one of my friends that are older, you could be a Gen X baby boomer. Some of them are easily annoyed. Like, they get angry easy. And I mean, if you were from my generation and you weren't as mature, like I'm more mature. If you weren't as mature, you wouldn't even know how to be friends with a baby boomer or a Gen Xer, because, dude, they're kind of scary, because it's like I gotta really know what to say to you, because if I say the wrong thing to you, you're gonna be really angry at me, or you're gonna get annoyed, and so you gotta really like hang out with them, try to figure out what they're like to really know what you should say to Gen Xers, what you should say to baby boomers, and that's kind of the thing, is because some of them are more Christian, some of them don't like the foul language we'd use, or some of them just don't want to hear about certain things that they don't care about, because some of them grew up back in like the Atari and the NES days, like the Super Nintendo days, the 64 days. They remember like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. Like, these motherfuckers don't care about your Xbox One Series S or like Undertale, or they don't care about some of this shit. It's like, dude, they're so fucking old. They don't care about some of this like shit that you're talking about in the modern generation. So some of you guys just come off as annoying. That's one thing I've really noticed. That's one thing, like, so me as a person, I don't even find myself talking to Gen X or baby boomers, because, like, dude, if you're into like a lot of different stuff, there's nothing to talk about to these people, because these people are older. They're only into older things. I would literally have to go back in time damn near to think of what you would even want to talk about. And so that, unless if you're a more mature person, a more person that's like more into conversations, a more affluent, educated person, you probably won't even want to talk to the older generation. I mean, you got to really be like into sociology, into politics, into talking for it to even work out. So, like I said, it's not even, I think it's a lack of confidence for Gen Z. I think they're just intelligent enough not to piss off an older person, if that makes sense. So let's keep going through the article. In comparison, just 17% of 100 or 1,000 British workers LinkedIn surveyed said that they don't know how to approach colleagues or other age groups. And it's hard because we all kind of grew up differently, and we all have different expectations, and we were all raised differently. And LinkedIn's data didn't reveal why Gen Zers are struggling to interact with their senior peers, but previously analyzed, compiled by Harris Poll by Fortune, highlighted that without a spouse, pet, or children to talk about, Gen Zers feel like they can't relate to older coworkers who are in a different life stage. And that's exactly what I was saying. We're all at different life stages. Some of them want to talk about kids and family. Some of us don't even have a family. I didn't have a very good family. My mother is not really my mother, and she didn't really love me very much. I was an abused child. I didn't have a mother or a father, really. So some of us don't have mothers and fathers. Some of us don't have brothers and sisters. Some of us are left familyless in the shambles to pick up the pieces and to create our lives and go to work and create a life for ourselves, like myself. So some of us are inheriting the shoes of a person that might not be you. You had the whole family, the mom, the dad, the aunt, the uncle, the dog, the church, all that shit. Some of us are just like poop. They just dropped us on Earth, and they're like, "Here you go, Gen Z, go get it." You know what I mean? So some of those people couldn't relate to us. Some of us have it really bad. Okay, so so you know what I mean. So where Gen Zers feel like they can't relate to older coworkers. Either way, their lack of lip service could be damaging to their career prospects. Research has consistently shown that face time with management can increase your odds of winning their affection and therefore scoring a promotion or a raise. What's worse, LinkedIn study shows that Gen Z knows that cozying up to their seniors could boost their careers, but they're leaving the ball in the court of management. Although most Gen Zers surveyed reported that communication with their wider team would improve their productivity and learning, 64% are waiting for their company to do more to encourage intergenerational collaboration. Unfortunately, they may find that forced water cooler moments from the top can't quite match the genuine catch-ups when it comes to forging a real connection with others. And yeah, that's how it is, a forced water cooler moment when you're just sitting there grabbing some water and we all meet up at the water cooler and have a quick conversation that's uncomfortable. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, 3/4 of young career starters previously told Fortune that they would only talk to their senior coworkers if the latter made the first move. Yeah, and that's how I am sometimes, because I really don't want to be like told that I'm being annoying or told to get away. Like, some of us really don't like to come off as annoying. At least I was raised not to be annoying or not to be too invasive. And so I think sometimes I'm just smart enough not to say anything. Like, if you don't notice me, you don't notice me. I try to to exist in the background. I do my thing. I talk when I'm told to talk. I speak when I'm spoken to. But I don't really like to jump in the way of things and be the target of people's anger and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. Ultimately, making small talk may seem like common knowledge, but it's very well documented that one of the many basic soft skills that Gen Z missed out on learning while coming of age is isolation during the pandemic, and workers know this. The majority of employees LinkedIn surveyed recognize that professionals who joined the workforce during the pandemic lack communication networking skills as well as the informal cues that traditionally influence office behavior. It's why the onus is on experienced baby boomers and Gen X to make the first move. And if talking about TikTok or the Kazi's lives with Gen Zers is the office is too painfully awkward, LinkedIn's careers experts Charlotte Davies suggests reverse mentoring is a good place to start. Mentoring can help bridge generational differences in the workplace and help generations who are decades apart better understand each other, she said. Likewise, new starters could ask their managers to be mentored by a seasoned worker. A good mentor can further your professional growth by helping you develop specific skill set, career goals, and connect you to people and opportunities, Davies added. Either way, both younger and older workers who do well to leave their preconceptions at the door and try to gain insight into each other's worlds. Actively listening to colleagues outside of your cohort can help you avoid assumptions about different generations and their attitudes to work, build trust and rapport, and allow you to learn from each other's experiences, Davies concluded. And yeah, so basically, to sum it all up, you basically just got to remember each one of you humans, you all come from the same walks of life. We all eat bread, we all eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we all like to get drunk. So in the end, guys, you just got to remember older people are just people. They were just born, the older generation. So, I mean, they're not that scary. They're just people like you that were just born in an older generation. You can't even imagine being born in their generation. You got to start trying to imagine being an older person. That's kind of why I kind of fit in with older people a little bit better. But like always, guys, that's basically all I had to say in this video. I mean, I talk to older people sometimes, but I don't really want to. If you're a Gen Zer like me and you don't like talking to older people, I don't blame you. If you're like me and you don't really want to piss people off, or you don't really want to be the target of anything, or you don't really want to be that motherfucker that's coming off as annoying, because we all know when you're looking at that guy and like you're like, God, is that guy annoying? Like, why won't that guy shut up? And I think if you're anything like me, you're looking at people wondering, why are they talking? Why are they being so annoying and shit? So some of us, I think, just have a different perception of what socialization and conversation look like, or should look like. I'm not really 100% sure, but that's kind of my viewpoints on this subject. Anyways, regardless, if you guys could donate to my Cash App below, I'll put it in my comment section. I really need some donations, guys. I was on medical leave for like 6 months, or 6 weeks. I mean, I lost like $3,000-$4,000 of pay. So if you guys could really donate in my comment section below, that'd be great. It's my Cash App. Send it directly to me in Michigan. It's a non-taxable donation state, so any amount of donations you give to me is non-taxable. I don't have to pay taxes on donations. And like always, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.